Eric, we are just getting information right now from County Commissioner David Stout. He's saying El Paso has one mobile morgue and another is expected by next week. Commissioner Stout is joining us live via Zoom to talk about this development. So first of all, Commissioner Stout, why is this necessary?
Well, it's necessary because we are seeing a large increase in the number of COVID cases. We're seeing an increase in the number of hospitalizations, and we are also, because of that, we're looking at possibly seeing increases in the number of folks on ventilators, and unfortunately, there's a 90% mortality rate when somebody is placed on a ventilator, and so we're trying to be as proactive and as prepared as possible for an uptick in the number of deaths that may occur due to the coronavirus.
So is this something that the county health authority ordered, Dr. Ocaranza?
This is something that Dr. Mario Rascon, our medical examiner, decided that we needed. He is in charge of doing the autopsies on the bodies and storing the bodies until they can be released to the family members for cremation or burial. And so, right now, earlier this week, his capacity was filled to about 75%, and we have one trailer on hand that is not being used yet, but we're getting very close to having to use that one. And so we wanted to make sure we had an additional trailer to make sure that we're not in a situation here in a couple of weeks, if things get worse, where we're not able to store the bodies of the deceased in a correct fashion.
So you're saying the morgue currently is at 75% capacity and that there is one mobile morgue that is needed right now. When did it arrive?
We've had that one for a couple of weeks now, I believe. Next one we expect to be here on Monday or Tuesday. Another issue that we're seeing is that there's a little bit of a slowdown when it comes to getting signatures from some of the doctors at some of the hospitals when people are passing away, and so it's causing a little bit of a backup, and we just want to make sure that we have enough space to handle a larger capacity.
Commissioner, how much support does the mobile morgue provide? How many more spaces does it offer?
Sure. So from what I understand, the one that we have right now has a capacity for 20 cadavers, and the one that we're going to be receiving next week between 20 and 40.
So this week we saw that one-day spike in the number of deaths, and yes, we understand it didn't all happen in one day, but at the same time we are seeing more reported deaths. What do you want El Pasoans to know about where we are right now when it comes to treating COVID patients and the seriousness of this virus?
Yeah, this is very serious, and we're just seeing a huge increase in the number of cases, and that means that more people are going to be sick. That means that more people are going to be in the hospital, and there are many folks in this community that have underlying conditions. We see that's been the vast majority of the folks that have succumbed to the diseases because they have underlying conditions. And so we want people to please follow the orders that we have put in place. If you're going to be leaving your home, please wear a mask at all times. Please wash your hands, and keep from gathering in large groups. We need to get through this as a community and take care of each other.
And just one more question. If you could, Commissioner Stout, I know that there has been a lot of debate about whether the state is going to issue a shutdown or whether the city or the county will roll back into any of the prior phases of reopening. Now that we have a mobile morgue here in El Paso, another one on the way, the morgue currently at 75% capacity, is it something that you anticipate that El Pasoans will have to prepare for?
Yeah, so I've heard the governor say that he's not planning on any further shutdown. I think that's unfortunate. I believe that we should, and I would advocate for doing as much as we can to try and stop the spread. And if that's what it takes, to shut down for another couple of weeks and have stricter orders, I think that's what we need to do. If we kind of have our hands tied behind our backs when it comes to what we can do locally. But we're going to continue to advocate with the state, with the governor, to make sure that we make the right decisions policy wise, and that we're hopefully allowed more leeway on the local level, that local control is returned back to counties and cities.
Okay, Commissioner Stout, thank you for your time. And we're